go, Brandon.
All right, guys, yesterday the anti-gun Democrats paraded out Matthew McConaughey trying to bring out all the star power to guilt people into contacting congressmen and senators into caving in and giving up more of our constitutional rights than what we already have or what they've already taken. Today was kind of another example of that. They spoke on the House floor about a lot of these anti-gun bills and did their best to try to convince people why they were doing the unconstitutional things that they were doing. And they actually had at least one parent that I know of that spoke on the floor, but they zoomed in or streamed in another set of parents from Uvalde, and they had some things they wanted to say. Now, I'm going to say this ahead of time. Some of what I'm going to say is going to be very unpopular, mainly because I hope I never have to experience what it's like to lose a child and then have to, get talked into doing something after that for political purposes. I hope that never affects me like that. I never want to be in that position. I don't think I would ever use my child's death to gain political points. But politicians on both sides can do this, tend to not care. They don't care about that. And this parent, I really feel for the dad. The dad, I don't think said a word the whole time. The mom spoke the whole time. And my heart hurts for her. Anyone that thinks that all of our hearts don't hurt for them, you have something wrong with you, because you have bought into the rhetoric. And the way I see this, if you think that we are all evil people and that we love our guns more than we love children, absolutely stupid comment. If you really believe that, that means that in your mind, in your twisted, whacked out mind, you could think like that. That means that you can justify those weird, evil actions in your mind, which means you're an evil person. You don't realize that that doesn't apply to everybody. You are totally projecting your evilness to everybody else when you say, you must love guns more than kids. Absolutely stupid comment. Absolutely stupid comment. Don't ever project your feelings onto me like that. But I got to tell you, this mother does that. She goes on to say one of the most stupid, repeated comments that I've ever heard. And I'm cutting her slack on it because people are taking advantage of these emotionally distraught people and trying to gain political points doing it. This is sad and pathetic that someone would use a weak-minded person like this in the state that they're in to do their evil bidding for them. You'll see what I'm saying.
We demand action. We seek a ban on assault rifles and high-capacity magazines. We understand that for some reason, to some people, to people with money, to people who fund political campaigns, that guns are more important than children.
I mean, that's cute. It's cute. It's cute that they actually got someone to say something like that. A couple of things. One, this woman's not emotionally right now. And I give her all the room she needs to get right, because those could not have been her thoughts. She doesn't strike me as an evil person. Only an evil person could think that anybody could put a complete inanimate object above the life of a child. And I'm being honest here. I'm really being honest here. I guarantee you there's not one of you guys out there that I've ever interacted with who feels that way. You want your Second Amendment rights, your constitutional rights. We all do. You're not touching my constitutional rights. You're simply not. I can be sad. I can be upset. I can be mad about all the crazy stuff going on in the world. That still doesn't make me say, take all my rights. You know what? You're right. Take my rights from me. I'm sad. Take my rights. But to try to paint me with that broad brush, that just because you can't understand that approach is wrong, and just because you vote a certain way, that you feel like it's okay to repeat that? If you truly, in your mind, think that those of us who are gun rights advocates value an inanimate object, a freaking gun, more than the life of a child, you have some mental problems, and you should not be filling out a background check without disclosing those mental problems, because there is something wrong with you. I don't think anybody would think like that. Anyone. And if you can wrap your mind around that, something is wrong with you. You are mentally unstable. So this lady is clearly unstable. She just lost her child. Again, let's give her a break. I'm mad at the people who convinced her to say those things. How could you lower yourself to that low of an evil, despicable level to take advantage of a grieving mother to make her say something as asinine and stupid? And you want to know another point? By God, at least mix up Joe Biden's talking points a little bit when you hand a cue card to somebody like this to read on television. She's almost reading these in order.
If we can't ban assault weapons, then we should raise the age to purchase them from 18 to 21.
We seek to raise the age to purchase these weapons from 18 to 21 years of age.
Strengthen background checks, enact safe storage law and red flag laws.
We seek red flag laws, stronger background checks.
Repeal the immunity that protects gun manufacturers from liability.
We also want to repeal gun manufacturers' liability immunity.
This is an absolutely disgusting and despicable thing, but this is what we're up against. These are the types of people that we better get used to dealing with, because this video is proof that there's no low that is too low for them to go.
Let's go, Brandon.